Alright guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at a mini series on the main toolbar. We'll be looking at the import and export features, and this will be done within FlexiPRINT. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, we head back into the program here. So now in this mini series we'll be looking at this main toolbar on top, and we've already covered the first three features in the previous video. Now we're going to be looking at importing and exporting. Now, I must say I'm very fond of the import and export feature from FlexiPRINT because they support a lot of formats. A lot of programs are very limited, but in this case we have a lot of choice, which means if you're designing something in another program, you can have quite a few different programs you use. You don't have to be limited to one or two programs. Now, the features or the options for these ones will be right next to the save. So we've got a little one that looks like a stiffy and a paper, and then a paper and a stiffy with arrow pointing. So one is import, other is export. We can also find this. We go under file and then we see import, export, and they do not have hotkeys, just so you're aware. So then in any case, we're going to go click on the first one next to the save, and that will be our import. Once I've clicked this, it'll bring us this navigation box where we can try find our designs. Now I'm just going to quickly show you the file types that it supports, so you get an idea of the different options. So as you can see here, just off the bat, we have a lot. We've got our nice Adobe Illustrator, we've got PDF files, Photoshop files, AutoCAD, and so forth. The list just carries on and carries on, which is very handy. So you can import from vectors to normal raster like images. We've got SVG, which I use often, and then yeah, so it is very handy. But by default, just leave it on all readable, so it will include all the formats. Otherwise, if we select a specific one, then you can see here now we can only see the PDF, where if I had to go to the SVG, we can, if there's no SVGs, we won't see it, but if I had to go up here, we'll see only the SVG files. So like I say, a rule of thumb, leave it on top to all readable. I'm just going to go up here and then select the actual logo that I'm looking for. Now with SVGs, unfortunately, it does not show a preview on the right, where with most of the other formats you can see a nice preview here, which is handy. So I'm just going to go here back to the SVG, then click import. Then it's going to prompt us with this little box where we want to put our design depending on its size. So I'm just going to click it top left here, and then using the transformation scale widget, I'm just going to scale this up to there. As you can see, we've got our design imported. Very simple and easy to use. Now next up, we've got export. So I'm just going to remove this, select it, delete it. Now let's say you've made a design in this program, obviously something way hopefully more complex than what I'm doing here. I'm just doing a very basic shape, two colors, and then so let's say this is your design. We might have some text in here and other elements. Now let's say you want to export it, so perhaps you want to edit it in another program or whatever reason. Then all you have to do is go to your export button. So I'm going to zoom in here. This is the one right next to import. Once again, you can access it from your main menu, the file main menu, and then or we can go here next to the import. We've got our export. So I'm going to click this. Then you want to navigate to where you want to export it to. Let's just do it here under exported design, and then you can select your format. So depending on what program you want to use, you'll see there are fewer in this list that we can choose, but they store quite a lot. So I'm just going to leave it on the actual PDF and say save. It's asking me to replace it because the file's already there. I'm going to say yes. It's going to export the design. Now if I had to go to the file manager, we can see here we've got our actual place where we've exported to. We've got your exported design, which is a PDF. So if I double click this, open it, we can see here is our design we created. We've got our circle and our rectangle with the right colors. But it's worth noting, if I head back into the program, it does not export it the size of your page, but rather the size of the design. So it nicely fits this in, so it doesn't waste any extra white space and so forth. So yeah, it's pretty simple. So we've got the two features. We've got our import, which is if you want to bring any type of graphics into the program. And then we've got our export. So if you want to export stuff you've designed in here, you could also import, change elements and export it again. That is also possible. But yeah, very handy, and you'll use it a lot inside your design process, especially if you've got a file, let's say from a client that they've designed and they just want you to do the printing and that, then you'll probably be using the import often. But yeah, otherwise that is it on import and export. In the meanwhile, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request the training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.